In 1999, the walls of hell cracked, and fallen angels condemned to an eternity in the abyss were suddenly able to flee. With no choice but to come to terms with the decaying remnants of the paradise they helped create, these escaped fallen must now decide whether they will rebuild their masterpiece or burn it to a cinder. Hello and welcome to Demon the Fallen, Fragments, a Demon the Fallen game set in Rochester, New York in the year 2001. This story features the character of Azoth, played by Tillman, Arakel, played by Rebecca, Brawlman, played by Adam, and Abathar, played by Slavic. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can find us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM, on Facebook at Twin Cities by Night, and on Discord at Twin Cities by Night. Claire's just been gone, honey. We haven't seen her. We haven't heard of her, heard from her. I sent Ricky out looking for her a couple weeks back, checking under the bridge and all the other usual spots, but she's just been MIA. Ruth will pull a bottle of Jack Daniels out from her desk drawer and lay it on the desk, and then she'll pull out a few other odds and ends before finally grabbing a water bottle from the drawer, and then she'll put everything back and she'll open up the water bottle and take a sip.
How come you've been looking for her so much? I'm aware of what's going on with her specifically, but what more recently has gone on?
Well, once her son ran away, we were all so concerned, especially when we hadn't heard from her. We thought that maybe her ex found her and did something. So we were trying to do some safety and wellness checks on her. I talked to the RPD a couple of times and the sheriff's department, and they've said that they would keep an eye out, but we know how effective that really is. So I had Ricky go out and see if he could find her a couple of times. I've asked around to some of the ladies as they come in and as they go. Ricky told me not even her old dealer has seen him or has seen her. So we're at a loss.
What were some of these usual spots that Ricky checked out?
Well, there's the homeless camp under the bridge downtown. There's the camp up in Durand Eastman Park. There's a couple of the drug houses that she's been arrested at before. So we tried everything. We dug into the old paperwork we had on her, some of her history. We even checked the hospitals to see if she had been admitted. We just can't find her. Did she say anything to you, Esme? I mean, do you have any idea about where she might be?
If I knew where she was, I would simply go to her. She's trying not to sound accusatory or offensive, but where is the last place that we know she was at?
Oh, honey, the last time she came here, that would have been, maybe a week or two before her boy ran away. I think they came here not that long after Thanksgiving, actually. Maybe that weekend or the weekend after. I guess, she said that she had seen her ex on the street and she didn't know where else to go, and she came back here. You know how some of these women are. I mean, it's just terrible. They're in and they're out, and especially if they've got drug problems, it can be so difficult to help them do the right thing sometimes. I mean, just all the negativity, all the problems, they just keep building up until it all just tears someone to pieces. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, then I'm extra concerned for her. Who is her ex?
Do you really want to read all the police reports that we have, honey? I mean, there's so many of them, and they're so unpleasant. The pictures are just terrible. And with this, she opens up her water bottle and takes another very big swig from it.
I look at the reports if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, your name's Lauren, right?
Yes.
Lauren, I before I answer your question, I know your face. I've seen you around somewhere. Do you work with any of my programs, or have you ever used our facility before?
You might have seen me volunteering in the past. It's something I enjoy doing.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you aboard. But, I mean, Yeah, I suppose I could let you take a look. I'm not really supposed to, but if you ladies think you can find her, then yeah, I'll get the most recent report for you. And she gets up behind her desk and takes a moment to steady herself, and then walks out into the hallway. And as the door closes behind her, you can hear her just calling out, "Ricky, come here, Ricky. I need you to do something for me." And the door closes. A moment later, Ricky walks in carrying two styrofoam cups and a plastic bottle of water. He
Thank you very
passes
much, Ricky.
he passes the beverages out, and he's got like a little plastic baggie full of creamers and sugar and some stirrers, and he just leaves those on her desk. Then he walks back out. About a minute or two later, Ruth walks back in. She's got a little swing in her step. She gets back into the chair behind the desk. Ricky's going to go down to the records room and he's going to pull it. And when he gets back, I can let you guys take a look at it, but I can't let you leave with it. So if there's any notes you want to make, you can go ahead and do that, okay?
Of course, we understand completely. Thank you very much for doing this.
You know, I'm just happy anything to help. I mean, Claire is such a sweet woman who's been through so much. It's tragic. I mean, so many of the stories here are just plain tragic, but for some reason, she just touches me in a way that I don't think many of the other women can. Ruth takes another swig from the water bottle.
What are you implying, Ruth?
Esme, I don't like to go into it too personally, but let's just say her situation has some personal elements to me that really resonate. Just, I don't want you to worry about it too much. You've got so much going on as it is.
No, it's fine.
Please
What's
share.
more?
It can sometimes be very helpful, often even therapeutic, to share what's on one's mind.
Well, I mean, my own father was a very violent man, and it was very important for my mother and I to get away from him. But, back then there weren't a lot of options. So it just became a very vicious, ugly situation. And after he killed my mother, and I just knew that I had to leave. And so I do what I do now.
Well, I'm very sorry for your loss. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, this is a safe space for us ladies. So,
Indeed, it is, and I believe that is all because of your doing.
well, it's not just me, honey. But thank you, I appreciate it. And with that, there's a gentle knock on the door, and good old Ricky, darling Ricky, comes back in with a few sheets of paper stapled together, and he passes it to Ruth. Ruth takes a look at it, flips through the sheets real quick, and then reaches across the desk and hands them to Esme. This is the most recent report that we have on her. She gave us a copy of the incident report after everything happened. It was right around Halloween, maybe, yeah, it was right around Halloween when this all happened. And as Esme starts flipping through it, police speak, very bare bones retelling of the facts. V and W1 were at, provides an address in the North Clinton neighborhood on Rialto Street, leaving the house to return to V's car when S1 was on the street opposite. S1 approached V and W1 and began an argument. The argument became louder. S1 became violent, grabbed V, repeatedly punched her in the face, pushed V to the ground, kicked V in the ribs, and left. V drove to hospital, was treated for 2 cracked ribs and a broken orbital. V is currently staying at Sojourner House. V would like S1 arrested. And it lists out the charges, all very dry and technical.
I would try to make note of the last known address.
The address given for Claire, whose last name is Phillips, by the way, is the Sojourner House address.
Does it list who the attacker is?
The attacker has no known address listed.
But they didn't identify a name either.
They did identify the name. The attacker's name is Joseph Melendez.
I wonder if do you know of the ex's last known whereabouts?
From what I remember, he is just some sort of, he's a drug dealer. He doesn't seem to have any real established address. He moves from house to house. I think he gets his mail at a P.O. box. The address given for the incident is 48 Rialto Street.
I don't recognize it. Do any of you?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Adam, give me a willpower roll, difficulty 8. At the mention of the address, Adam, Brawlman slips into one of Lauren's memories. It's nighttime. She's out with friends. Not friends, really. Acquaintances. Maybe it was the neighbor who woke her up that night when you arrived on Earth again. They're in a geoprism, sort of this weird bluish-green color. Yeah, that was the color of the car. Rusted through in many spots, though, but it was the best that they could put together. And they're on the street outside of this house. He knows this house. She knows this house. They buy drugs in this house. And there's a number of different drug dealers. Joseph, Lauren remembers a guy being called Joey, a very large, well-built, clearly athletic Hispanic man. Olive skin, black hair, very, very clear, sharp, and cruel black eyes, but a smile to die for. Lauren remembers him handing a baggie of pills and some powder to her in exchange for money. It was ecstasy and cocaine that he sold her. And then she remembers him flirting with her, flirting with Brawlman. No, not flirting with Brawlman, flirting with Lauren. And Lauren kind of liked it, but was scared at the same time. And there's this memory of her thinking, what if, maybe I should, go for a roll in the hay with this guy just to see what it would be like once. That bad boy effect. And then the band, the guys that she's with, started pulling her out and said, hey, we gotta go. We've got practice and we've got a show in like an hour. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And Lauren left. You don't think she ever went back to that house. And then you surface from the memory back into Ruth's office.
At this point, Brawlman kind of begins thinking to himself. Lauren has just revealed this little window of time. And for a second, Brawlman ponders if this is something he should go back and do for Lauren. But then he realizes that this man is a monster, and surely Lauren didn't realize at the time. And no, I can't do that. I have to protect her. But he's also kind of torn between he wants to do things that Lauren didn't do while she was alive. He wants to kind of live for her. And it crosses his mind if that's the right avenue, and then he just stops himself.
And with that, Ruth takes another swig from her water bottle and looks over all of you. Well, ladies, I hope I have been of some help today, but oh, excuse me. I need to get, I have some work that I need to do. So if you could all excuse me, did you take enough notes on that police report? Oh, pardon me.
We did, Ruth. Thank you very much. You've been more than helpful.
Oh, you're very welcome, ladies. Tell you what, why don't you guys come back and let me know if you find anything? Because I really am worried about Claire. I hope they find her boy. I really do, and I hope he's okay. I can see why he would run away, but he needs his mother.
If we find her, we'll try to convince her to come back.
Would you? That would be so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Esme. And she stands up and she sort of wobbles a little as she stands up.
So, there's one thing I wanted to ask. If I could use a summon water to dilute the alcohol in her booze bottles.
Let's take a look at the lores real quick.
What it does is basically summons water. So technically, I guess the bottles would burst or whatever.
Okay. This is a somewhat novel use of the power. Do a stamina survival roll, difficulty 6.
You know what? I'll go ahead and pop a willpower. Just
Okay.
because this is something that's important for Lily, or rather for Abathar, as I see it, during the time that he had to adapt, he also he made Lily stop like drinking alcohol and whatever, and just had to go through all that. 4 successes.
Okay. The water bottle, the level of fluid in the water bottle goes up considerably to right below the top. It goes from about 2/3 full to completely full.
Lily will make a mental note of the alcohol in those shells. They'll probably have to go one way or another. She'll probably introduce probably a lobby for these shelters to be alcohol-free zones or something like that.
Technically, they already are.
Yeah, okay. God damn it.
Esme will get up and put the coffee partially drank on Ruth's desk and get ready to go.
I also stand up to leave, having not really touched the coffee, just kind of held it while talking to her, and then I just put it down on her desk and make my way, following behind Esme.
Esme will lean over to Lauren. They prefer it if you drink it, too.
I haven't found the right way to have it yet. I've seen so many different ways. I've seen white powders. I've seen liquid. I've seen people just have it in its pure form. I'm
Ruth
not
kind of
sure.
looks at the two of you. What are you going on about?
I'm sorry. It's nothing. Thank you so much for your hospitality and for the lovely beverage.
Okay, you're very welcome, Lauren. What a polite young lady.
I will see you in a few days, Ruth.
Sounds good, Esme. You take care now, okay?
You as well. Perhaps drinking more water would be beneficial for you.
Oh, I've got just the right drink for me right here, darling. Thank you, though.
We'll have to talk about that later.
Oh, absolutely. Now take care, ladies. Ricky! Ricky pops his head in. Could you show these ladies to the door, please, Ricky? Make sure they get to their car safely. Yes, ma'am. And Ricky will lead you guys out of the building. He'll walk you to the edge of the property, directly back to the car, and he'll wait until you are safely on your way before he turns to return to the house.
As soon as he's away from earshot, I'm just going to tell Lily and Esme, I believe I know this Joseph, or she knows this Joseph. She had feelings of desire towards him at one time. She made some type of deal, some sort of trade, and her friends escorted her away. But she thought about the man.
This conversation would happen in the car.
Should we go see the man?
I think we should, but I just wonder what sort of impact this is going to have on me, on her, on me.
Brawlman feels an impression of risk and danger at that suggestion.
I leave it up to you two.
I'm not sure how best to proceed. This Claire seems to be difficult to find, but there's something going on around her son, obviously. We need more pieces. This Joseph, we might be able to get pieces from him, but I'm not sure if there's other pieces that lie elsewhere.
Joey, she called him.
Joey?
A nickname of sorts.
Was Lauren well acquainted with him?
I don't believe so. I have no way to be certain, but she desired him. She wondered what it would have been like, but she never followed through with it.
I'm sorry, real quick, did Brauman make it clear that it'd be risky, or was that just something that he felt?
It gives me some uneasiness to remember, to why is she chosen to show me this? At least I believe that's what's happening.
If it is too troublesome to go see Joey, we can try to locate Claire through the places that she's been. Perhaps under the bridge?
We could go to the usual spots. I don't think we should rule out visiting Joey just yet. It might be one of our only options.
We could message him through his P.O. box, I think. Maybe set up a meeting.
out of character, I don't think Lauren would fully understand like much about PO Box, or Brahman rather would understand much about like the mail system and stuff. But even so, I don't think we got like the PO Box number.
Brawlman is getting enough from Lauren's memories to know what a P.O. box is. Doesn't necessarily know enough how to go about acquiring one for him/herself. But he knows that what one is, how it's used, generally speaking. They know, you guys had enough time to acclimate to things like the mail system. But it's not that sort of casual understanding that we would have of how everything works. You're all learning it for the first time. So it's sort of that formal understanding of stepping into a classroom and being taught. Here is how you brush your teeth in the morning. Here is why we do it. Here's why you shower. Here's how the mail works. The mailman shows up. It's not a lived experience. It's an expression of information without, necessarily having lived it to the point where you're just casually used to it now.
So let's look for Claire first, then. If we don't find anything, we can always go and see Joey. All right?
All right.
This sounds acceptable. And with that, Esme will turn on the car and start driving to one of the closer locations.
Okay. We will end the session here then. We will pick it back up as you guys arrive at the closest homeless camp.
Oh, hello again, folks. I'd like to tell you about the Facebook group we run called White Wolf and Onyx Path RPGs, Gameplay and Media. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded? One that won't be drowned out by random posts and discussions, so that your media could get the attention you deserve. The group is specifically run with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. The group is already immense and continuing to rapidly grow, with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.